All right, all right, all right. Salutations, salutations. Here we are, everyone. I welcome you to my live today, and I appreciate you being here for my interview with my next guest. So you know, I had to make sure that I put my bra on so I could be presentable enough to present to you, and I'm also presenting to you live on Instagram as well. So I'm hoping that that works out. He's my first guest that I'm interviewing with on Instagram Live, so he's kind of like popping my Instagram Live cherry. Pause. So I thank him so much for coming on. He's a peer that I just met up with, and he's been sharing my interviews that I've had with Nelson J. Davis and Silk White. So I mean, he's been supportive of me, and you know, I really do appreciate him doing that. So without further ado, I'm going to present to you Just Rico, and he is the host of In Case You Didn't Know podcast. Here we go. And here he is, Just Rico in the building. In
What's
case
good?
you
What's
didn't
good? What's
know.
good?
Yes, in case you didn't know, there goes Just Rico. There he is.
Man, how y'all doing?
Yeah. All right. How are you?
I'm doing good. As we
Yeah.
spoke before, I had a little hiccup going on, but we here now. Let's
Yeah,
get it on topic.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So we here and demonic forces not gonna allow us to hinder us, from doing what we do.
Not
So
at
I
all.
do appreciate you coming on. I do appreciate you taking the time to do this. I really do. Like I said, anytime someone comes on my platform, it's never taken for granted. So I appreciate that.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
So, just Rico. So I just want, I always like to start in the beginning, beginning of one's journey. So I see you got the New Orleans banner up. Are you from there?
Yes, I'm from New
Oh,
Orleans, born and raised.
you was
I,
born and raised there.
yeah, I moved to Atlanta in 2021.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh, you
yeah,
just moved down. You just moved in Atlanta.
yeah, it's coming up on 5
Oh,
years in May.
oh, okay. Oh, so we'll get more into why you moved, but yeah, but you born and raised in New Orleans, baby. Yeah,
Yes.
so yeah,
Well,
okay. So yeah. Because someone else I interviewed with, shout out to the owner of BU Boutique. Her name is Queen Nay, and she's actually from New Orleans as well. And I told her that I just went there for my birthday this past October, and I had such a great time. You
so
know,
the
yeah.
crazy thing about that is she and I were in high school around the same time. I'm not sure if
Really?
yes, I'm not sure
Queen
if
Nay?
yeah, I think I'm a couple of years older than her. Probably like
Really?
maybe one or two, something like that. If and I might be wrong. We might be in the same class. However, the funny thing about it is this is a little fun fact.
Okay.
She went to an all-girl high school.
Right, she said that. Yeah, yeah.
I
And
went
what
to
you doing over there?
I went to an all-boy high school.
Oh,
So her high school and my high school are sister and brother school.
right, right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ain't that something?
I want to say that she was a cheerleader for my high school.
Oh, I think she told me that. Oh, ain't that a small world? Shout
And
out to Queen
I
May.
was in the band, so
You
that's
was in a
like
band?
yes.
Oh, okay. We definitely gotta get more into that. Okay, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love, people like, when people are doing music, I just that's intriguing for me even more. Yeah, all right. Oh, that
Yep.
is so cool. Ain't that something? Yeah. So I hope that she's able to watch this. Yeah, hope she's able to watch this. Are you out there, Queen Lake? Yeah, coming to the building, Queen Lake. Yeah.
Shout out.
So yeah. So yeah, New Orleans owes me nothing. I'm looking forward to going back. So what part were you raised in? Like what area in New Orleans?
Downtown Seven Ward.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Seven Ward.
Seven.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what was the upbringing like for you? Did you one parent household, two parent household, single parent household, siblings? What was your upbringing like
I
in
was fortunate enough to have two sets of parents. Even
okay.
though my parents weren't together, their significant others played a vital role. So I had my mom and my stepdad, and I had my dad and my stepmom. So I was fortunate,
Right.
you know.
Oh, great. Oh, I'm glad you said that because you're the first person that have that setup. I mean, you have a lot of people that come on that have blended families, but not in that capacity where, you know, there's, this, stepmother, stepfather, that type of thing. It's usually like one parent has, gotten remarried and the other parent remains, the single parent, raising the children. So you're the first guest that have, that combo. So that's
So
cool.
the fun thing about that is my stepdad has been in my life since I was in pre-kindergarten.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, he's been around, yeah.
Yeah, and he and my mom are still together to this day.
Oh,
And my stepmom and my dad got together when I was probably about 7 or 8, maybe.
oh, okay. So you
So
grew up with them, like, you grew up with all of them?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
So let me ask you, do you, before we get into the family dynamics more so, at the time, before your parents remarried, do you did you have a conversation? Well, because you was kind of young, so,
yeah.
like,
I
yeah,
didn't even know what was going on at
when
that
you were
time.
going on, yeah, you was young, so you wouldn't even know. So how was the co-parenting like though? Between them two, between your parents.
I mean, my parents both they get along well. Like
Okay,
my dad could come to my mom's house with my stepdad and sit down and watch the game, or
nice.
you know what I'm saying, just shoot the breeze. They like partners on some shit. Like I don't know if we could curse. I'm sorry if I did,
I'm not
but
monetized.
yeah. So they coexist. You know what I'm saying? And then I think that plays a factor into the man that I became. You know what I mean? So it might seem weird to some people. I think it's weird, but in a good way. You know what I'm saying? It's funny to me that I have pictures with my dad and my stepdad in it. It's all three of us.
Really? Okay. I like that though. I mean, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to blended families and you're able to coexist with each other. So, were there any siblings also?
Yeah, I'm the oldest though, but you know what I'm saying, it's
Oh,
a
your
lot
oldest.
if I was to
Uh-uh.
really like ramble off whoever. But yeah, it's
So, you the oldest on both sides?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, okay. And so yeah, that's like when I interviewed with my friend R guy, he's the oldest on both sides too. So how many on each side?
So my mom, she has three, which is consists of me, my brother, and my sister. My sister
Okay.
is my stepdad's daughter.
Okay.
However, me and my brother, we share the same dad.
Got you.
My dad's side is me. I have a brother that's a year younger than me. My brother that's for my mom, and my sister. And those are my complete siblings. However, my dad has some stepkids of his own, and my mom has stepkids. So like I said, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
there's a lot. Yeah. And so you all grew up together, like y'all all were able to be close knit.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. I like
So
that.
I don't
So
I don't really use the word step. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. Yeah, I totally understand that because that's how it is when my sister and when I had her on. We have different mothers, but no, we still full blood sisters. We don't do that half stuff. No,
Right.
no, don't yeah, don't do that. Yeah, we full blood sisters. So yeah, I understand that, but I'm glad that that's a blessing though that you're able to. But I mean, okay, so let me ask you this: so go, who did you live with primarily?
So that's crazy that you asked that. I just went with whoever I wanted to go by for that
Oh,
moment.
you just
Like
went back and forth.
so as I've got, and that only happened once I've gotten older and was able to navigate uh like by myself, you know what I mean? So if it's the weekend and I just felt like I'm going by my daddy house, I would just get on the bus and go to my daddy house. And
Oh, okay.
when he get home, I'm there. So
So what was it like between, because I know like a lot of people, talk about, when it comes to growing up, especially with a number of siblings, was there any sibling rivalry? Did you get along with one more than the other? Like I know there had to be that type of dynamic, you know.
so uh with my brother that's younger than me, like by a year, he lived in Atlanta since he was like 12.
Oh, he was in Atlanta already.
Yeah. So we didn't have that growing up bond like that. But as we've gotten older and been able to navigate on our own and move on our own, we've built something. You know what I mean? As far as the siblings that I did grow up with, uh, my stepbrother was closer in age to me. So when we were younger, so he and I, we took a liking to the same things like marching in the band and stuff like that. And of course, women at that age, you know. So by him being closer in age, we were a little closer in that dynamic. But the brother that I had at home, that's just my bro. It was like, of course, we had sibling rivalries, you know, fighting over the
Right.
TV. You know what I'm saying? Which show we gonna watch and stuff like that. But
Yes.
other than that, we've gotten along pretty good. Like just last night, I was on the phone with my mom's children. We were on three way for like 2 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, and today is actually my nephew's birthday. Shout out to my nephew
Happy
Rad.
birthday to happy birthday to your
Yeah, he's
nephew. Happy
14.
birthday.
I
Uh,
thought he was 12.
Yeah, because I know, like, I grew up with a house full of cousins. My granny, rest in peace to her. She takes in whoever she can, whoever, everyone was, all the children was at the house, neighbors, other people's children. She used to babysit for everybody, and she had, I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot,
Yeah.
had to ration food out and fighting, like you said, fighting over, but we don't have to fight over TV shows like that because we like most of us like the same type of shows and movies. So, but it was just a lot of bickering back and forth and just fighting over time in the bathroom and where somebody going where's this person going to sleep at so yeah.
So my brother, when we were younger, he used to like wrestling, and I didn't. So that's
Oh,
why.
you like wrestling? Oh, you like,
Yeah,
oh, my son is a wrestling fan too. Yeah,
and then he used to
yeah.
like watch like X-Men and Dragon Ball Z, and that wasn't my thing. So
That was your
I
thing. What
would
was
have
your
to,
thing?
I would have to. What was my thing? I was
Yeah.
watching like TGI Friday, like
Yeah.
Steve Urkel, Step by Step, and
Yes.
so that was more my thing. Like I'm saying, the teenage shows or whatever.
Right, the 90s shows. I mean, and there's those sitcoms because I've been watching on YouTube. You see them all up on YouTube. I've been binge watching all these different shows. I've been watching The Parenthood and Good
Yeah,
News. I was watching an episode of Good News before you came on. You remember that show?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I miss those days. I mean, they had so many black sitcoms. And Rico, there was so many black sitcoms that I did not even know about. They had like these pilots that did not air, but I'm able to find them on YouTube. I'm like, I didn't know about this show, and
Right.
where this show come from. Yeah, so I'm just
They
like,
just been made.
wow. Yeah, exactly. So, but let me go more into the elementary and junior high school of it all because I always like to get into that, and I enjoy the stories that I hear. I enjoy each person's experiences in elementary and junior high school. If you could kind of think back to some of those memories that you had, so can
Oh,
you
most
tell me like,
definitely.
yeah? So can you tell me between like junior high, elementary, and junior high school? I always like to get into the self discovery, because that's where it happens. Because some people always start at high school, but no, self-discovery happens in elementary and junior high. I always talk about the school lunches and dealing with the teachers and or sometimes some people unfortunately being bullied or discovering your anatomy, you're helping in the staircase and you're chasing the girls or but you said you went to all wait no you went all boys high school.
Yeah.
Okay, but elementary and junior high school is unisex for you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so did you get into like any extracurricular activities? And like I said before, can you get in more into your self-discovery at that time?
Well, yeah, most definitely. Like, I still have friends from pre-K. Like,
Really?
yeah, I'm real close with a lot of people that I was cool with since I was 4. You know, and
I
like
love it.
so, my last interview on my podcast when I had the guy on that signed to Bone Thugs and Harmony Records.
Mm,
That's actually my elementary school friend. We've been friends since we were like 6.
get out.
Yeah. So I grew up in a project.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Saint Bernard project, and
Oh,
from the time I was born up until my 22nd birthday, I want to say, or maybe my 21st, I lived in the same apartment for all those.
really?
Yeah, and then my parents bought a house in the east of New Orleans, which was pretty much like an uppity area at the time. That was before Katrina.
Oh,
So
got you. Got you.
all of my friends, like we lived in the same area from pre-K all the way up throughout high school. But in elementary school, I went from pre-K to fifth grade, and like I said, I'm still cool with these people because once we left elementary school in the fifth grade, we went to junior high. I don't know, it's like some people say junior high, some people say middle school.
Middle school,
But
yeah, same difference.
but yeah, but the difference is your school has to have ninth grade to be considered a junior high school. That's
Oh,
why,
is it? Oh, is that right?
because
Oh,
because
okay.
ninth grade is considered high school. But if
That's
you
true.
still but if you still in the a middle school that has eight, sixth and seventh, and eighth grade, and you have ninth grade, that's why it's called a junior high school.
Okay. Thank you. Well, you see, you taught me something because because we go. I really didn't care, but but I knew what you taught. You taught me
Yeah.
something there. Okay, but that
So
makes sense though.
so from pre-K up until ninth grade, I went to school with some of the same people, like
Nice.
90% of the same people.
But okay. So, other than the fact that you was able to maintain your friendships in between that time, what else did you experience? What else did you discover? What other things that you did you get into?
So I can tell you, I'll start with the more positive things. Like
Okay.
I got into the band
Oh, that's when you got into band. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Okay.
in the fifth grade. I started playing snare drum.
Ah, it
Uh,
was snare drum.
Snare drum, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And
And I
I
love a
had
drummer. Yeah, I love that. I love me a drummer.
I
Oh,
had a
okay.
best friend that we were friends since pre-kindergarten all the way up until sixth grade. The reason why I say all the way up until sixth grade is because he was killed.
Mm,
But it wasn't a violent murder or anything like that. He was hit by it was a hit and run accident.
mm.
And his birthday was
That
just
was violent.
huh?
That was violent.
Well, what I meant by violent meaning violence.
Right.
And I'm talking about being like murdered by gun or stabbing or something like that. Because I didn't want it to seem like it was something along those lines, because that'd be the first thing somebody might think, that they were in the streets at an early age. Technically, he was in the street because he got hit. But at this point in time, I can laugh it off. It's been since
Yeah. Yeah.
I was 12 years old at that time of the accident. And like I said, his birthday was just January 18th.
Mm.
Just
How was
turned
that like for you? I mean, did you even understand how to grieve for someone at that time, or you
uh,
just you didn't yeah.
but
Wow.
that was like my first death. But then again, like I said, I grew up in the project, so it was rough growing up. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of my friends like not come back the next day. You know,
Mm.
I mean, it's New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all hear stories and stuff like that, not being from there, but it's just it's it's
Yeah, it's
different,
rough.
but
It's
just
rough.
like elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm
But
sorry
that
about
was in the
that.
sixth grade. You know what I'm saying? So he and I joined the band together.
Oh,
But that was
yeah.
my dog since pre-kindergarten all the way up to sixth grade.
Yeah, so that makes it even harder.
Yeah.
Wow. So you joined the band. Did you play any other instruments or just the snare drum?
So from fifth grade, that was at elementary school. Then I went to junior high school, and I got
Mm.
in the band and I played snare drum sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. Part of my eighth grade year, but then I changed over to cymbals, and from
Ah,
eighth grade throughout high school all the way up to my senior year, I played uh cymbals. So
oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, nobody gives props to the cymbals. So I'm
I
glad
mean,
you said
they
that.
don't have to. We gonna take our props.
Yeah, you better take your props and not just but I mean, but New Orleans, I mean, you from New Orleans, so music gonna just is gonna be forced into you, even if you don't want it, even if you want music's gonna it's just in you, period.
Oh, most
You
definitely.
surrounded by music,
And
you
so
know.
moving on to that was just pretty much. I played football in high school. I'm gonna say junior high as well, but I only played 1 year because me being in the drum section, the positions aren't interchangeable. You can't plug and play me.
Okay,
So
right, yeah,
if I play
yeah.
the horn, I can just fit in. You know what I'm saying? So in the drum section, when the year start, you claim your spot, and that's your spot for the whole year. So that's why when I went to high school, I went to the St. Augustine Purple Night 2600 AP2 row, you know.
Oh, okay. I
But
was about to ask you what high school you went to. Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, my school is a pretty prestigious school, and don't talk about that band. This band is coming this year, so
Okay. Oh,
he ain't playing.
oh,
But
oh,
we like the best high school marching band in the whole world.
oh. All right. You better claim it.
I'm
All
telling you,
right.
it's already established.
It's always, it's always there. Oh,
It's
I know you
already
already, it's
established.
already there. Okay. Okay. It's already
But
stamped.
you know, being in that band, like it's a privilege. Like not just anybody can just be in this band. You know what I mean? So me being a part of that and the history of that, that's just something that I can hold my head up high on, especially this upcoming parade season that's around the corner. Because you know we only got a couple of weeks until parade season kick off, and you see I
You're gonna
got my
be yeah, yeah. You're gonna
annual
be
hat
there.
with my king cake on it. You know?
You're gonna be there.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you definitely gotta vlog that.
I,
Yeah.
I I have a video that I did for Mardi Gras. I documented some of that for a couple of Mardi Gras ago. So
Great.
you can check that out on my
Yes.
YouTube page as well. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I didn't play football in high school. And to be honest with you, in a sense, I do kind of regret it. But it is what it is. I'm happy with my decision. You know. But I did
Yeah.
go on to college. I wanted to play in Southern's band, but I kind of felt like I was feeling myself, and I was just a little bit too grown for to be in the band. So
Oh.
that's my. To be
Mhm.
honest with you, that's one of my top two regrets not marching
Mm.
in this band.
So, all right. So, other than okay, so you in the band, you made a staple there, with the band. So, what are some of the other like us? You have the self discovery experiences in elementary, junior high school, but then when you get into high school, totally different level of self discovery. So, can you share that with us? And what other things did you get into? And did you start dating? Like, just get more into the tea when it comes to the high school stuff.
So I was really more focused on like, of course, girls, because I went to an all boys school, so it was all girls was always on our mind. But we had
Hmm.
said the girls who went to all girls schools. So we kind of like coexist, you know what I'm saying? It was like there for us, just like we was there for them. But it was really focused more on the band because the band was like a all year thing, you know what I mean?
Not right, right.
So yeah, I mean I've dated in high school and I've had crushes from girls that's in high school and stuff like that, but it wasn't nothing
Serious
doing. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, I've had my little trauma that kind of like made me, you know,
trauma.
I've learned I've experienced trauma at an early age. Let's just say that
Oh, okay. All
with
right. So,
women, with women,
would you mind sharing some of that?
the heartbreaks
You
and
know,
stuff like that. You know,
heartbreaks. What they do to you? What they do to you? What how they break your heart?
I mean, it was just because you didn't know what love was. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
you kind of like I wasn't so much of a player, but I mean I don't even know how to explain that. You know what I mean? It's been so pushed to the
But
back
no,
of my
wait a
head.
minute. But you said you was heartbroken. But how you the player and
No,
you
no, I said I
heartbroken?
wasn't so much of a
Oh, you
player.
wasn't. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've always been. I've been raised by women, so I've always been in tune with my feelings.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
my
So.
grandmother played a huge role in that. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
I was primarily raised by three women: my grandmother, my mom, and my auntie. So yeah,
right. Got you. But I know that but at least you had your father and your stepfather there to
yeah.
guide you towards
But to
being
be
a.
honest with you, I learned a lot of things from my friends, like being in the streets as a
Yes.
young man, because I didn't bring those
Yes.
things. I didn't bring those things to my parents, my stepdad and my dad. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
they were taught. We were taught to be tough. You know what I mean? So you couldn't go to them and tell them, "Oh, she broke my heart." You know what I'm saying? So you had to play it all. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But why? Okay. I'm glad you said that because I'm wondering, like, why did you? feel like you couldn't, go to them in that vulnerable state, is what are the types of like, okay, you got to be the man, you can't, you can't be emotional, you can't cry, you
I
can't
mean,
show emotion.
it's pretty much like peer pressure. Like, especially growing up at that time, your boys, you couldn't be like that with your boys and stuff like that. uh it just gave you a sense of weakness. That's all. It wasn't it, and I don't even look too deep into it because a lot of it is self-inflicted. It's in your mind of what you think that they were gonna think instead of them saying that that's
Mm,
what it's gonna be. It's just more so they gonna look at me like this, and you know what I'm saying.
yes,
So
yes.
that's the only reason why I didn't. It's not that it wasn't a safe space. It just was something that I just decided on my
You
own.
right, it was okay because you was something that you were self-conscious about.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Duly noted. But what did you learn, like, as far when you started dating, like in high school, whatever? What are some of the things that like I said, going back to self-discovery? What did you learn about yourself and how you approach dating or how you approach, as an adult now?
I mean, like, to be honest with you, and this might sound a little crazy, I wish I'd have played around a lot more.
You know what? Yeah.
I, I wish I'd have played around a lot more. And and this is crazy. I've never told anybody this, but I've gotten more confident as an adult than I did back then. So, I mean, and then I discovered that I was looked at a different way than I thought the way that people looked at me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, wow, that we got that in common. But Rico, but my thing with me is that because I'm a very spiritual person. God is the head of my life. Hallelujah. But that's one of the main reasons why I haven't really played around as much because obviously I just wanted to make sure that I valued myself, but also I wanted to take my relationship with God seriously. So I didn't want to do too much of that. I mean, it's bad. I mean, it's bad enough I had a child out of wedlock. So that's one thing. So I that's one of the reasons why. But at the same time, I feel conflicted because I'm like, well, maybe, because right now being single for so long is like, maybe I should have kind of explored, but but like I said, that's the reason why I said, well, me too. you
Yeah.
know.
So, I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
I was busy with bands, so that really kept me out of the streets and
Right, right. And that's
out
good.
of kind of mischief. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any kids, so
Oh,
I
you
would
don't? Oh,
not.
okay.
But if I would have been more so like not focused in the way that I was, because even in when I had my first job when I was in the 10th grade, so I was in a band and I had a job.
Oh, so wait, what job was that?
I worked at Winn Dixie. It's a
Oh, Win Dixie. Yeah, yeah.
So when I first started working at Winn Dixie, I was like, this was back in the day when people used to bag your groceries when you used to go to the store.
Yes,
So
yes.
I was a bagger when I was in
Yeah.
my 11th grade year. I worked in a restaurant as a hostess. So
A host.
a host, my fault. A hostess is a woman. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I worked at the crazy part about it. I always tell people I worked at a restaurant called Bubba Gump.
I remember, yeah. Is that still around?
Nope. I don't know
No.
if it's still around, but I know that it's not in New Orleans anymore. It used to be on in the French Quarters on Decatur, but it's not there anymore.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
Yeah.
then
Because I remember it being is it only in New Orleans?
nah, nah. It was I don't know if it didn't start in New Orleans, but you know the movie, but Forrest Gump, that's where the
Yeah,
restaurant came.
I
That's where
know.
the restaurant came from.
I know.
So it just was I guess they just opened up a franchise in New Orleans at the time, but nah, it's not just in New Orleans. They've had
Oh,
Bubba Gumps all over.
okay. Yeah, because I know I remember from this from the movie. And shout out to Tukes. Hey Tukes. Yeah. Yeah, so going from high school, your experience like all boys high school, but you still, was able to date and you made sure that you dedicated your time towards band and how was your academics? Did you get good grades and did you give the teacher a hard time? All that stuff.
So I was a good student as far as
Oh, you was?
behavior
Okay.
like that. I was in the middle, so to speak. I wasn't a brainiac and I wasn't a dummy. So
Right.
I was just a regular, you know what I'm saying, an average student. Let me just say it to clear that up. So as far as that go, I didn't give anybody no no bad behavior because I was scared of my mama until I was 28. I was 24. I'll say that.
Oh yes, good, good. Yeah, I know fear kind of gets you together, like that fear, and that's the thing, and that's that fear that unfortunately kids nowadays don't have anymore. They fear no one.
But the crazy part about it is, I'm not saying that I'm not afraid of my mama as an
No,
adult.
respect. It's a respectful thing. It's
No,
respecting.
no.
That's what I mean.
I'm saying this is what I'm saying though. Then I was afraid of my mom. I was scared. But I'm saying at this age that I am now, it's not that I'm not afraid of her. It's just that I don't want to disappoint her. So that's the
Yes,
difference.
yes,
You know what I'm
yes,
saying? So I've never been like my mom never had to worry about nobody calling saying that I did this or your son is in trouble. You got to come get him out of jail and you know what I'm saying, stuff like
yes,
that. And even I just told this to somebody yesterday that everything that I do in my life is for me because those are the things that I choose, but I'm doing it to continue to make my parents proud. And not only am I doing it to make my parents proud, but anybody who consider me to be a friend because I don't want to do something that's jacked up and they be like, man, you know Rico, and that boy be out your wild. Now I make you look bad as my friend. So I try to do things to accomplish a greater goals so you can brag as my friend. You know what I mean?
yeah. Okay, absolutely. Yeah. So you sound like you're just a solid individual. You
Yep.
want to maintain integrity. You're very
Yep.
integral about how you do things, and so that's something that's be very commendable. So yes, that's must respect it. But so you saying I know you saying after high school you said you didn't go to college. So where did you
No,
go?
I didn't go to South. I didn't go to. I went to college. I just didn't play in a band.
Oh, okay, okay. But so, okay, so let's start there. So, did you go to college right after high school, or did you Are you okay?
So I
And
went
what college?
immediately. So I went to Nickel State University. That's in Thibodaux, Louisiana, which is about 45 minutes away from New Orleans or whatever. At the time, it seemed like a long ass ride, but it's not really that far. And then
Yeah.
I went to Southern for like a half a semester because my financial aid didn't go through, so I got my ass
Ah,
sent home.
financial aid. Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
after Katrina, I ended up back at Nickel State. So I was there for a while, but I did not complete it because of some reasons.
Okay. No, but you still did some college courses. So, what did you study? What was your concentration?
When I first went in there, I was a business administration major.
Got it.
Then when I went out, because I sat out for a while because I had to pay money out of pocket,
Mm.
I got a job. I was working at Target,
Wow.
and
Okay.
I had a checkbook, but I never had no reason to write checks.
Mm.
So when I had to pay this money back, I would write Target. I would say I would write Nickel State a $50 check like every 2 weeks just to pay off my debt so I could go back to school.
Oh,
And
wow.
then after Katrina, right the Thursday before Katrina, I got back into school. And then Katrina hit that Monday or something like that. And we ended up I left that Friday or Saturday, and I was in Houston. And then when they were able to let us back into the state of Louisiana, like I said, Nichols wasn't that far from New Orleans, so it didn't get affected like the city did. So I was able to go live in my dorm.
Oh, really? You lived on a dorm on campus. What was that like for you? What's campus life like for you?
Love it.
You
Let me tell
loved
you,
it. Yeah, yeah.
I tell everybody and anybody this. School might not be for everybody, but it's definitely a experience that
It
everybody
is.
needs to experience.
It is. It can be.
Because that's definitely gonna like shape you into the person that you can become or the person that you might not become.
Wow. Wow. Yes, I like that. Yeah. So can you elaborate on that though? I mean, I understood what you said, but can you share the audience of your perspective, what you just said?
So like when you in school, you pretty much an adult and a kid at the same time.
Yes. Oh
So
yeah.
you get to experience both worlds because now you living on your own, but you're not paying no rent.
Mhm,
You get to eat, but you're not buying any food.
mhm, mhm.
You get to party and you know what I'm saying, but you still gotta go to class. But you're
Yes.
not gonna have nobody to wake you up.
Yes.
So that's when you start to learn responsibility because now, you don't have nobody that's on you about going to class, studying, or anything like that. So, that's when during the daytime, you get to be a kid. At nighttime, you get to be an adult.
Right.
And it's in less than 24 hours. So, and it's also it's like when you go to school away from where you live, you get to meet people from all over. So once you meet somebody that's from across country and y'all start to share stories like we doing right now, you get to pick up on things that you might want to experience. So that's going to shift your mental from what you used to go and seek something else. And then when
Mm,
you find those other things, then you're gonna bring it back into your world, and then you're gonna
yes.
mold it to what it is that you want. And therefore, that's gonna shape your mind from the people that you left at home because you went to college and you met somebody. I'm gonna just throw out Wyoming. I don't know nobody from Wyoming, but I'm just saying. Now you might want to experience Wyoming. Now you a dude from the St. Bernard Project in New Orleans. You about to fly across the god doggone state to go to Wyoming, and then you're gonna get there and you're gonna experience something that you would have never experienced if you'd have just stayed in the project.
Got it. Yeah. So you said one you also had said one key takeaway about um you know seeking something and finding it. So what are some of the things that you sought out and you found, from this college experience? What are some of the things that you sought out and you found in that experience?
So it's just a lot. It's like I value education now that I'm older
Okay.
because if I would have valued it then I probably would be further along in life where I am. I mean, I'm doing pretty good for myself, you know what I'm saying? But it's been a grind to get there. And I probably could have obtained this earlier if I took school more serious. You see what I'm
True.
saying?
Hmm.
And also, it was like the reason why in my opinion, I feel like I didn't thrive in school is because I really didn't know what it was that I wanted to do. I majored in what I thought I wanted to do.
Yes. Yes.
And that was because all I heard growing up was you got to get a degree. You got to get a degree. You never told me what I got to get a degree in.
Yes.
You never
Yes.
told me to find something that I'm interested in. And I have like I said, the high school I went to, we had some pretty notable people that went to school with me. And these dudes are chiropractors and mayoral candidates and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Doctors and veterinarians and lawyers and judges and things of that nature. So, you know, that's another reason how I move because I'm a representation of that. Like my high school is so dope. I'm in Atlanta, right? My high school is in New Orleans, but we have an alumni chapter in Atlanta.
Nice.
We have
Nice.
an alumni chapter in Dallas, Houston. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a high school that have an alumni chapter
Yeah.
all
No, not at
day.
all. No. Mm-mm.
So, like I have I have a lot that I'm representing. But to go back to that is saying that all I've ever heard was go to college. It was never go to college and
Yes.
so that was the reason
Hmm.
why I changed my major from business administration to computer information to not criminal justice, communications. And it was because I was trying to find what I was interested in. You know what I mean? But like ultimately I didn't finish. I even though at this point I still think I want to go back, but that's gonna be a decision that I'm gonna make sometime soon. But yeah, I just kind of like discovered me. You know what I mean? When I was looking for it, I was looking at all of my friends and I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't know how I wanted to
I
do
wanted to do it. Yes. Yes.
it. You
I
know what I mean?
totally get it. Wow. I mean, because you really I mean, you really hitting some points here that I so could relate to. So yeah, so thank you for sharing that. I really do appreciate that
I
because I
appreciate
can relate to it so much because when you was mentioning about like how we're so pressured to go like college, high school, college, and because a lot of times a lot of people within our generation, I'm not sure how old you are, but within our generation, we're like the first people to go to college or the first people to persons to graduate from college. Or I remember there were times like back when I was in high school, there were people that frowned upon trade school or a city college, and that's something you should definitely explore. You
And the
know,
crazy part about it now, trade school is the way to go.
it is,
Just
it
look, train
is.
yourself.
Yes, because you
Yeah.
go straight into whatever it is that if it's something that you really want to do, I mean, you go right straight into it. You ain't gotta find out what X and Y is in order to
Right.
to go into
Right.
your career goal. Because I encourage my son. I mean, because I at that time, when he was going into high school, I was out of high school. I was like, there's so many avenues you could go to, whether it's trade school. I have encouraged him to join the Air Force. Some
Right.
people sleep on that branch of military, but Air Force is good. Trade school, or if you decide to go to college, don't rush into a major. That's the one mistake that we made. I don't know if that's happened with you as well, that we rush into a major instead of taking liberal arts first, exploring those other options before. Because I was so determined to be, I just knew I was going to be a pediatrician, Rico. That's the thing. I wanted to be a pediatrician, so I took up biology, and that was something I shouldn't have rushed to, because I first of all shouldn't even ever rush into a 4 year thing either. I should have just went into like a CUNY college and
Yeah.
just work my way up and try to figure out what I wanted to do. So yeah, so I just wanted to kind of insert that in there about the pressure of it all.
And you said you wasn't sure how old I am, but I just started to embrace.
I'm still working on that, Rico.
It took me a full year to even admit that I was 40.
You said how was it?
It took me a whole year to admit that I was 40.
Okay, no, I wasn't. No, I heard you the first time. I'll just say it again when you're in that accent.
Oh,
40.
so listen. Today, I'm 42.
Ah, all
And
right, all right.
it's a little.
See, well, it's still kind of rough for you, huh? It's still kind of hit. Yeah, yeah. I
But
understand.
people always tell me they I don't look like it. The only thing that they
Right.
might say that give me 40 is the fact that I have gray hair.
Okay. But I mean, but still, you still could pass for like late 30s. But
And
for
that's
me,
what they give me.
yeah. But for me, although I have experienced a lot in my years, but I'm only 27 years old.
Listen, I used to have that line too. I still use it. I still use it. I still use
Yeah,
it.
that's it. So I have a lot of life to live. I mean, yep, I still got a
I mean,
long way to go.
but me saying what I'm about to say, it might kind of like speed past your notes that you have. But the only reason that I have gray hair is because I had cancer.
Real? Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Before the cancer, my hair was jet black.
really?
And when
Would you mind? Would you mind
Yeah, I
sharing?
have no problem with
Oh.
that.
Yeah. So let me. Before we get to that, like, because I want to establish a timeline here. When were you diagnosed?
2017.
Okay, so I'll pause there. I'm gonna definitely get back to that, and I thank you so much for bringing that up because I didn't know. Yeah, so we definitely got because not a lot of times, men don't. I don't really hear many men stories about that cancer journey, and I just had someone on, Tamara Hudson. Shout out to her. She is a breast cancer survivor. So
Okay, shout out.
yeah, I had her on, and so so it's great to have a male's perspective on that cancer journey. But I want to just kind of close out the college experience and kind of
Okay.
see, when you so you say you didn't finish, but you still, like I said, you still gained some experience, you gained some knowledge, and you gained some wisdom you took with you. Now, you took that with you where? Like from college, where did you go from there?
So from college, so the reason why I really did like stop going to school, I started dating a young lady who had a kid. And I was just trying to prove that I was a man. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Just be honest with you. You know what I mean? Because she was younger than I was, and she kind of like got flack for dating me. But her mom thought I was older than what I actually was. She thought I was a super grown man, but I wasn't. I was just 24, and her daughter was 20, I think.
Okay.
You know, so I wasn't as much. She thought I was in my 30s, but that was because of how I carried myself, not
Right. I
because
was
of
gonna
how I
say a
looked.
maturity factor. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I had a car, I had a job, and you know what I'm saying.
Wow. Okay.
And it just was like different or whatever. But that was the reason why I stopped going to school, and that was another heartbreak in that situation too.
Yeah.
So, and she was actually the mother of my children that I had but didn't have. So
Okay.
I had a set of twins. One was stillborn, and on one the other
Oh.
only
Mm,
lived like a few hours.
mm,
So yeah, that was an experience for me. And then
yeah.
like,
Mm. Well, I'm
uh,
so sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
So
back in 2010. So yeah,
that was yeah. So that's still yes. I mean, it's still going to hit you. I mean, that's not something that you just
I
you
mean,
know.
I'm gonna tell you that the reason why I can deal with it is because as you get older, you start to understand that you're not in control.
Yes.
So that's why I'm cool with it because it wasn't nothing that I could have done. That was just God's plan. So, and to be honest with you, it's certain situations that allow me that grace. Most situations I can harp over, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be wondering why you can't get over this, but you can get over that. You know what I mean? So it's just a tug and pull when you have, you know what I'm saying, with your
Yeah.
faith. Even though you know that God is in control and he does things, certain stuff he don't let sit heavy on your chest. And other
Mm,
things he allow you to grow from it. Like, and I'm gonna use this for example, like with the whole losing of the kids and everything. I feel that he took that pain away from me, so I wouldn't be discouraged on having kids in the future. Versus, he wouldn't take the pain away from me if I lose a job. You see what
okay.
I'm saying? So the pain that he took away was because he didn't want me to be discouraged. The pain that he let me endure was to for me to go out and hustle harder.
All right. You better preach.
So one is to keep you from drifting off, and the other one is for you to learn from and find your place. You see what I'm saying? Because if you lose your job and it's painful that you hurt that you lost that job, that ain't gonna do nothing but make you get off your ass and go grind.
Yeah. Yeah. That's motivation. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I mean by you harp on certain things, and certain things is easier for you to get over because he's in control. That's just, I'll give you another example. That's just as if uh your son, if he falls and hurt himself, you're gonna go over there and you're gonna make sure he's okay. But then if he outside and they got somebody that's like tackling him and stuff like that in football, you're not about to go stop that. You're gonna be like, you gotta toughen up. This
Right.
weren't you playing?
Maybe.
I mean, but you're a mom, so I can understand your
Yeah.
response. I can understand that response. But you get what I was talking
I
about.
get. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, but I'm so glad that you were able to put that. And I know it took some time. It took a lot of processing for you to come to that perspective. So I do appreciate you sharing that perspective with me.
I mean,
And
I can
yeah.
talk about anything because I'm like, I'm not ashamed of anything, or like my past doesn't hurt me.
Yeah.
So
So oh, I'm sorry.
we can talk about whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, thank
I mean,
you.
the only time I might detour from speaking on something is because it might involve somebody else, and I don't want to put them out.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to ask you, Rico, was when you mentioned about you because you know how it because you talking about you dating a single mom. You know how that how it is in nowadays about men dating a single mother. So I mean I don't want to go there, but I
You can
just
go
want
there because I got a
okay.
lot to say on that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, good. So I just want to know, like, in that experience, you mentioned that that was kind of like a distraction at the time when as far as you, finish your school and stuff like that. So I just wanted to know, like, did you get any pushback from your family? You said you was younger, and you're
I don't,
24,
at,
and she already
at
had
that
a
point,
child, you
at,
know,
at
and
that point,
you took on that role.
so at that point, it was all my decision. Like, and to be honest with you,
Mhm.
they couldn't give me no pushback because if you were giving me pushback, you was just gonna be talking, just to be
Yeah,
talking because I already
yeah.
made my decision for.
Hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
24 years old. You know what I'm saying?
You were grown.
So, I mean, to be honest with you, you know, like I said in the beginning, I do things to make my parents proud, but the things that I do is because those are the things that I want to do. I just want you to be proud of something that I've done. So, no pushback.
Got it. Okay, so now, when it comes to you, like, what made you decide? I mean, I know that was some, obviously, it was something about this person that you felt the connection with. I mean, she was only 20 at the time, so she was pretty young. So, like, so I'm just wondering, like, what was it about her and you wanting to at that time in your life where you wanted to experience that type of um, family
So,
dynamic? You know. Mhm.
one of my friends told me that when she and I split, I wasn't hurt because of the relationship. I was it was the fact that I wanted the family.
Yes,
Now so and
because
it
you.
made sense because I felt that her son was the part that kept us together. So
In
that
what way?
he was just the part because I was into him like as if he was mine.
Yeah, you was
I didn't have,
attached. Yes, is an attachment there.
yeah, and there's still attachment to this day. He's 16.
Oh, you still okay. Oh, you still have contact. You still.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and
Oh, that's so
we
cool.
haven't been together since what 2012.
Wow. And you still have a relationship with him. I think that's so cool.
That's my dog.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah,
Because yeah, and of course he doesn't. Of course he probably didn't forget. The role that you played in his life at that time. Yes.
not at all.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. So
I
now,
raised him from he was 33 days old when I first held him,
wow. So he was
and
a
I raised
newborn.
him until he was 6, 4.
Mm,
He was 4 when until I raised, but I didn't. I stepped out of his life when he was about 6, and I got back into his life when he was like 9. So
okay.
I pretty much been there since he
You've
was 9.
been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you've still been there. So yeah, so now when you mentioned that you so what do you have to say? Because there's a lot of talk about or discussions about or debates about um, especially with men, being in relationships with women with children and I do understand, both sides of it, as far as, you know, dealing with women with children versus you, especially those who don't have children of their own yet, and they, experience that, or they, yeah. So I'll just give me a take on that. Just a cliff notes of your perspective on that.
I could honestly speak at length about that.
I know, but we could talk about that
Ever,
another time. We could have a panel about it. Yeah,
however,
yeah, another time, either your podcast or mine. We could have a panel about it.
yeah. So as far as that go, I am very selective, if not selected at all, because I can meet a woman and she can be amazing looking, like a great person, but the moment she tell me she have a child, I'm not interested no more.
Why?
Because for one, I don't want to gain a family. I want to grow my own. That's one. Secondly, when you find out that how she obtained that child from this dude, he was shit. So why I gotta go through hell and high water to provide for somebody that ain't even on his dad's back behind this, but you gonna
Yes,
expect
but
me to do all of this.
yeah, hmm
You know what I mean? And you, first of all, that's just that. You didn't. He 9 times out of 10, you knew this dude was a loser before you even impregnated you. Because if you ever paid attention, a lot of relationships end when once the girl get pregnant and or have a baby.
true. That's true, and and okay, and based on that assessment, Rico, why do you think that is in your own words?
Because I'm gonna just say this, and I just thought of this just now. I think their attention shift
Mm,
because when it was just her and him, she had more attention on him. But once she had a kid, the attention had to shift on the child.
Yes. Yes.
However, what they fail to realize is that now you're not coming by yourself. You are
Mm-hmm.
a package deal. And you want me to, this is one thing I thought about recently. Like, how selfish is it that you allow your children's father or children's fathers have you in your prime without a full commitment or ring or whatever? Because I ain't even lie to you. I give females who were married grace because they actually crossed the finish line. That means that man saw you as a higher value versus somebody that just had a baby with you and you just dipped. But I'm not gonna. I don't want to say like seem harsh in that way, but it's just the
No,
reality of
no,
it.
it's reality. Absolutely.
You know. But now here I am. I'm a man. I have everything going on for myself. You might be a amazing woman in your own right, but your drawback is the fact that you have a child now. So not only do I have to quote unquote get you to like me, I gotta get this one.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
baggage. Baggage. Mm-hmm.
and now that's more money. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. It might not be directly. You might want to. Let's just say, for instance, you move in with me, and you don't have a kid. That's just a little bit. But now you move in with me. The light bill going up, the grocery bill going up. Probably don't like how I parent because you say I don't have children, so now I don't understand.
Yes. Yes.
So now I gotta sit up here and walk around and tiptoe to make
Or
sure
eggshells.
I
Yes.
co-parent the way you want me to co-parent, you know, and I don't get to enjoy you because
Yes.
now your child is here.
Yes. Yep. Oh,
But
hey, and I appreciate that's why I thank you so much for that in-depth perspective. So, um, and I think that that's important for a lot of people, in the audience or anyone that's listening to this. I think it's so important to understand that perspective, especially from a man's point of view, because a lot of times, a lot of women may feel like there's some type of, you know, when it comes to them being a single mother, it's like and I'm speaking as a single mother myself. It's just it's a lot of baggage there, you know. It's like you said, you have to take on so much more, and I think a lot of these single mothers are even more demanding of you. They're more demanding. There's so much more expectation than of you than they have for their fathers. The children's father, like you said before. The pressure is so much. The pressure is there so much because it's different with a single father. Single father, most of the time
the
the
child
child
not
is
with him.
primarily with the mother. So yeah, it's
And
more freedom there.
I
Yeah.
want to put this out here too because I don't want to seem as if I'm bashing, but
No. Mm-mm.
it's like this.
Because you're not talking about all women,
Exactly. There's some
um,
amazing females out there
mhm,
that are single mothers.
mhm.
The downfall of that part for me is I probably would never find her because I give people a hard time. I'm be real. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been down that road.
Yes.
I've had like the child removed from my life, and that shit hurt
Yeah.
worse than the
That is
breakup.
yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, I just want to just say that I'm not talking about you, but if the shoe fits, here's the best one. A hit dog gonna holler. You know.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, shout out to Kevin Samuels. I know a lot of people can't stand him, but he had some valid points when it came to this subject. But I don't want to go there because I ain't
Oh no,
trying. I
no.
know that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, because Bill, people know because people, if I say I agree with certain things of Kevin Samuels, if I agree with certain things that he says, that I ain't trying to get no backlash. I didn't say I agree with everything he said, but
No, no.
there was so much validity to a lot of points that he made, throughout his lifetime. So I'm gonna keep it there, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So so going back into between college, you transition from college to this built-in family, and that shifted. So can you just kind of pick up from that point of what at that time were you doing? Where did like where did you go from there as far as that transition from college, that ready-made family, and just kind of navigating through that process?
So when I break up with a female or relationships, that I say, I'm not gonna say I break up, but when the relationship ends,
You've done. Hmm.
I'll pretty much be single for a long time. And then that was just my time to just,
And what did you
get
do with
my
that time?
boogie
What did you
on.
do with that time?
Huh?
What did you do with that time? What did you get into?
I mean, I was just outside. And then
You
when I say
outside?
outside, meaning I just wasn't inside. I was just outside having fun.
Uh,
I wasn't messing with females like here and there, but I was just having fun. That's time to like kick it with my boys and everything. And then I started a bike club.
oh, really?
Yeah, because I ride motorcycles.
Oh, cool.
I started a bike club called Untamed Burners.
Untamed burners.
Yeah, because we used to smoke our tires out, you know what I'm saying?
You still
But
have that? Is that still
well,
uh,
the bike club is it's still established, but it's not active. And it's in
active?
New Orleans.
Okay.
That's in New Orleans. And the club is just kind of like, everybody went their separate ways because life took them that way.
Okay.
But I started that and I was in that club for a while. And then I got into another relationship.
And what were you
Oh
doing?
yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was a long. Oh, that was a hard sigh.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded like that was some work there. That was. Yeah. And so, what were you as far as like, did you get more into like your I don't want to if you don't want to talk about your career or your like, did
Oh,
you get?
I mean, as far as my career goes, I've always just been a worker. Like, when I left school, well, while I was in school, I used to work at this grocery store called Rouse's. It's kind of like Publix because we don't have Publix in
You
Louisiana.
said you said roses,
Rouse's, like houses,
rouses.
like house.
Oh, rouses. Okay, rouses. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so it's like Publix because
okay.
Louisiana doesn't have Publix
Right.
or K Rogers.
You said K.
Kroger's.
Oh, I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm like, I said, why did he pause like that? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
My Houston people know what that means. My Houston
Yeah,
people know what
I
K
know that.
Rogers is.
That's my first time hearing it like that. I never heard of it. I never heard it say like that. And
So
it's, by
Kroger,
the way, there's no X at the end of Crow. It's Kroger. Okay.
well, Kroger, K Roger. But yeah, so and if you ever pay attention, Louisiana people always add an S on everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I worked at Rouse's, and that's with an S on it.
It's S. Okay.
Yeah, but and then I was still in college at the time. I was working at Rouse's, but then like I said, I was trying to be a man, so I started driving for FedEx. I was a delivery guy,
Okay. Okay.
and funny crazy story about that. I had my first audition for a movie when I was working at
Oh, you was auditioning for stuff. Okay.
yeah. So I one of my good friends, Joe, he was like the manager. So I asked him, I said, bro, I have an audition today, but I can't take off. I gotta get to this audition. So he ran my route halfway while I was on the audition.
What?
And then I met him on the route and he drove my car back to FedEx and I drove the rest of my route.
You man, you lucky and get into any trouble.
Nah, he was the manager.
Oh, he's a manager. Oh, he was the manager of the. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
Oh,
was the
okay.
manager at FedEx.
Oh, I thought you were talking about manager of like a entertainment manager. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh
I was
no.
going.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
was
I'm
the
sorry.
manager at FedEx. And
Oh, okay.
he ran, like I said, he ran my first half of my route. I went in, did my interview, which was brutal. Oh my God. But after that, I went and met him, gave him my truck, and he drove it back to FedEx. And I just finished the route for the rest of the day. And then I worked at FedEx for 7 years. And then in 2016, I was an extra. I came out here in Atlanta, and I was an extra in Fast and the Furious 8.
Really?
So I was out here for like a month for that. So I had to take time off from FedEx. I ain't gonna lie to you. I told I'm gonna quit if I have to, but I'm gonna be an extra in this movie because
Oh,
I was because at the time I've always wanted to be an actor growing up. Like you remember the TV show, The Famous Jet Jackson?
Oh yes, yes. I never like watched it like faithfully, but yes, I remember.
So when that movie was out, I used to always like place myself in there like I was his cousin or something from New Orleans and stuff like that. But yeah, because I was like growing up, I was a big Disney Channel guy.
Okay, okay.
So I like watched even when Nick Cannon was on all that Keenan and Kel,
Oh
and
yes.
so I've always was like I wanted to be on Disney Channel. But so fast forward back to what I was saying was when I got the opportunity to be an extra, I was like I told my contract, I said, look, I have an opportunity to be in Fast and the Furious 8. I showed him the paperwork from the guy, the casting director, and I said, I need this time off. And he gave it to me.
Wow,
So
and that's a blessing right there because most people are not that flexible with you to be able to do that. So that's a blessing right there.
so but if he didn't give it to me, I'm telling you, I was gonna
You would
quit
have risked. You would have risked. Wow, you would have risked it.
because I didn't know what to expect. I was like, man, now that I know what extras are, at the time I didn't know. I just knew I had an opportunity. I got a letter with the headline reads Fast and the Furious 8 cast. So I had no idea. I'm like, man, this might be my shot.
Right.
So, but that was a dope experience though, you know what I'm saying? That was my first taste of actually being a quote unquote actor. And once I got bit by that bug, it was over for me.
Okay. So yes. So how did it go up for you from there?
So the experience, I got to meet a lot of people from the Atlanta area at the time. Some I'm still cool with on social media. Uh but I just wanted to move to Atlanta after that. I was like,
So because you was ready, because Atlanta, that's like the next thing to Hollywood. So yeah.
but
So you wanted
it
yeah.
didn't do it for me though. I wanted to, but that didn't do it for me. So I went back home and I was known for, oh, you went out there, you was on Fast and the Furious because I was posting like little clips and stuff that I wasn't supposed to be posting. But I'll post it and I'll delete it. So the people that did see it, they was bigging me up back home when I got back home. I
Right.
felt
Yeah.
like a little celebrity, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The local celebrity. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
But and then after that, it pushed me into finding training, like acting classes. So
Okay.
again, goes back to my high school. It was around Mardi Gras season in 2017. And you seen the movie Get Out, right?
No.
You never saw Get Out?
Mm, mm, mm.
Man, we might have to take your black card.
I also. I don't
But
know. You know what? Honestly, Rico, I don't even know if I have an interest in watching it, but I don't know.
oh man.
I
Well,
really.
so let me tell. So there's a scene where there's a he's telling a story about um his mom or whatever, and it flashes back to when he was a kid. So when they do the flashback, the kid that was actually in that scene went to my high school.
Mm,
So when I went there, it was like I said around Mardi Gras season. So I was in a band, so I always go back in the band room and stuff like that. So they were joking with him, talking about, man, let me get some of that movie money or whatever. And the red, like my antennas went up. So I walked up to him. I'm like, bro, you an actor? He was like, yeah. I said,
mm,
you have an agent? He was like, yeah. I said, you take acting lessons? He was like, yeah. I was like, what school you go? Where you take classes at? He told me. When he told me, I walked out of the band room, searched it, got their phone number, and called them right then and there.
wow. So because wait, so you just knew like you was fully committed, like you was like full throttle with
So
it.
yeah, so I called them. They did a like a little small interview over the phone, and they said that the notes that they've taken from this interview, somebody's gonna give me a call within 24 hours to let me know if I would have an in-person audition.
Mm.
When I hung up the phone, less than 60 seconds, my phone was ringing again. So they called me right back.
Wow. That's amazing.
And they offered me because you had the audition to actually get into the school.
Right.
So they asked me when my availability is. They gave me some dates or whatever to come in and audition for class. So I did that, and when I went in there, I was talking to like the person that's the head of the school or whatnot, and we were just having conversation. She said that you have such a great spirit. I forgot you were supposed to be going to audition.
Wow. Your energy just it
Yeah.
just lit up. It was lit.
So they gave me some sides to read. It was a Kellogg's I say cornflake commercial, and I had to read that for my audition in front of the camera. And the person who was in charge of the camera, she went back to the office and put a thumbs up. Then
Mm.
they got me a packet, and they did a worked out a payment plan with me, and that's when I took my first acting lessons.
Nice.
And then that following year is when I'm gonna say that following year, which is 2017, is the part that you want to hear about. So now we didn't close the gap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here we are in November, and I had like something going on in my growing area.
Mm.
I was scared. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Mm.
And I went to the doctor, the primary care. He was like, he didn't know what it was. No, I went to urgent care first. I'm gonna say that. They're like, they didn't know what it was. I went to a primary care doctor. He was like, he didn't know what it was, but he referred me to someone else. When I went in there, they took a biopsy
Mm.
and it came back cancerous.
Mm.
So I didn't tell anybody until after the new year because I didn't want to ruin anybody's holidays and them
Right.
worried.
Yeah. So you had to kind of, suffer alone
I mean, to be
at that
honest with you,
time in
I suffer at
silence.
all.
Oh, you frozen. Yeah. If you're still talking, Rico, you're frozen. Let me see. Yeah, Rico, you're frozen. Go. Can you go out and come back in, please? If you're able to hear me, can you go out and come back in because you're frozen? Yeah. So yeah, we was just getting into the nitty gritty of his cancer diagnosis, and so I really wanted to get more. He's going to get more today. He'll be back. Yeah, he just froze. Yeah, I just appreciate what I'm getting so far from him. I mean, I'm enjoying every bit of this interview so far. He had from college to becoming taking on the role as a family man, um, losing twins and being able to use his faith in God to get through that process of healing and grieving for his twins that he lost. Um, um, Transitioning from school to family, um, working, continuing to make ends, and risking, actually willing to take the risk to come to Atlanta to audition for a role or as an extra in a movie and not knowing whether or not his job was going to be there, but he was willing to take that risk for something that he really had the passion for and wanted to do. And the fact that he inquired about acting classes, so, he didn't ask to be put on, he didn't ask to be hooked, for a hookup. He actually asked, how can I pursue this the right way. So he's like, let me give me the information to um, the acting school that you go to. Let me take these acting classes. And then once he was able to have a successful audition for a commercial, that's when, we get more into um, him revealing his diagnosis. Um, so hopefully, you know, he'll be back to share that with us. Um, hopefully he'll be back soon enough. But shout out to everyone who's on live here on YouTube and also those who are live on Instagram right now. Shout out to Roland Rebel. He's in the building. Shout out to Tukes, who made it to my Instagram live as well as my YouTube. So thank you for those who came through, whether you're watching live, watching a replay, or just, going in and out. Thank you so much for being here. Um, all right, Rico, you back? Okay.
Man,
Yeah, because yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you noticed or not that you froze on your end. I wasn't sure if you noticed or not.
it definitely cut off. It
Yeah,
definitely
because yeah,
cut
you
off.
yeah, because yeah, froze. So I was like, okay, if you can hear me, Rico, go out and come back in. So I'm glad
So,
you're back. Yeah.
what I was saying was, I wasn't suffering at all with that information or whatnot. You know what I mean? It didn't. To be honest with you, the whole situation didn't really bother me, and
It didn't bother you?
not at all. I was not scared at any point,
Mm,
and
interesting.
I don't know why. I just wasn't.
What
Like
type of cancer was it?
it was called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Lots Hoskins lymphoma.
It's a blood cancer, and like I asked how did I even get it or whatever, and the doctor told me that it was just a case of bad luck
Hmm.
because it has no like traits of that like hereditary or anything like that. It's just something that you know what I'm gonna just choose that person. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so when you got that diagnosis, can you give us, okay, because I know you said it was a blood cancer, but can you give the audience a little bit more into um your treatment options, how, what to do to prevent it? Because one, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna just give you this one right here. Go see your doctor. Look, go ahead.
yeah, but to be honest with you, it's nothing that you can do to prevent it.
I'm not saying prevent it, but I said, when you once you get the treatment options and how
Oh
to
well,
maintain health maintenance. Like, can you give your
yeah.
cliff
So
notes on that?
I actually documented part of it,
Oh,
and it's on my YouTube page. Not in case you didn't know, but it's on my YouTube page of Just Rico. Like if you search Just Rico, you
okay.
and
I'll
see
put that in the description box.
part of my I'll copy and paste it and send it to you. That way you can have the direct link to that. But I mean, when I went to treatment, like the only thing I didn't like about treatment was I didn't like being stuck with a needle.
Yeah, yeah,
And like so when you do go get like your chemo get prepped for chemo, they put like this stent in your
yeah. I
your
know
chest.
that feels like
So
kind of
I
odd.
actually
Yeah.
have like a couple of scars to where because I had regular treatment and I had a super treatment. That's what they call it. They call it super chemo.
What is that?
So I'll explain. I'm gonna tell you this about this first. So I had 6 rounds of regular chemo, which is three rounds is 3 days is considered one round. So I would go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's four. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Mm,
And that's considered one round. So I did that 6 times.
mm.
So from June 10th of 2018 to September 22nd, 2018, every I want to say every 3 weeks I went in for a round of chemo. And they put a stent in my chest. I used to be able to feel it and move it around. It didn't hurt or nothing, but
Mm.
like they put me to sleep. They cut me open and lift up my skin and put it in there some type of way. And when I would go to treatment, they would just stick the thing on me like that, and that kind of like pinched a little bit. But chemo, Lord, like you lose all your taste
Yeah.
buds.
Mhm.
You know, my fingernails got brittle. My hair, that's why I'm bald. But that's not why I'm bald. My hair just didn't grow back like I want, like it
Like you
was
want it,
before.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's why I went bald. And besides, I went bald because I kept on getting compliments from women that they like bald headed men. So that's the
Of
real
course,
reason.
of
That's the
course.
real reason I went bald. I kept it bald. But like when I used to go to chemo, I couldn't stand the smell of the saline.
Mm,
The saline is what they actually clean like needles, and it's kind of like purified water to the 37,000 power. But I couldn't stand the smell. It would make me throw up every time I smelled it. I had
mm.
to have to cover my nose. But yeah, so I would go to treatment Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I would sleep all the way till Monday. Like I would not wake up.
Mm.
I was that tired. And then like that week would be like my so it was every 2 weeks, I think. It was every 3 weeks. So like that week after will be my recovery week. Then that following week, I would go to work.
Oh wow, it's just like that.
Yep. And my doctor at the time, he used to tell me that he told me, he's like, man, you blow me away. I'm like, what? I am amazed by you. I'm like, why? He's like, throughout this whole process, I've never seen nobody go to work and have treatment.
And you
And
still like what? I just no. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to ask you. Did you still have the same type of workload? Was it lighter?
well, I started work. At this point, in 2017, I was working at Coke. I started working at Coca-Cola.
Mm,
And what I did was I used to move like vending machines and the coolers and stuff. Like if you go in Walmart, you see the Coke coolers and stuff like that.
mhm.
That's what I would. That was my job. I would replace them and remove them. But when I started treatment, I stayed in the warehouse to the point.
Okay,
So at this point, I was setting them up for them to go out, like putting
got
the
it.
decals on them and the shelves and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But the workload, I couldn't stand up too long.
Right.
I would get like it would going through chemo was exhausting. Like it would I would get tired if I was eating.
Mm.
Like that was even if like how I'm talking and I'm good. If I was talk too long, I would get tired.
Get go back. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Mm. It's so
But
draining. Yeah.
he said that he has never seen anybody attack cancer the way I did, and he also stated that my spirit never changed. He was like, you still been in the same good spirit since you came in here to find out what was going on.
Yeah, I love that. I
Yeah.
love that because I think that, and it also goes back to your, you know, the way you, your spiritual perspective and how you mentioned about how you were able to process the loss of your children and, knowing that, God has, called them back to glory for a reason. And so I think that you probably had that same spiritual, insight, when going through this, journey. So I think that helps a lot, obviously. But when I say go see the doctor, I think so. Can you just specify? Can you emphasize how important it is to know that if something is wrong or something is abnormal, how important it is to see a doctor about it?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm agreeing with you, but to a certain degree.
Okay.
Because I'm only going to the doctor if I feel like it's necessary.
Right.
So, but the part that the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't want to seem as if I'm like not on your side with it. Because as a women, y'all go to the doctor. As men, we gonna put some Robitussin on that shit and keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But in this situation, it was something where that it had me scared enough to I need to go find out
Right.
what's
So
going on.
that's what I'm talking about, Rico. That's what I'm
But
saying.
at the same, so
Mhm.
with that being said, like if you feel like it is something that is going on, man, it's definitely time for you to go because that could be
Early
between.
detection.
Yep. And see,
Hmm.
mine started out as a bump, like a little bitty bump, and then it just started growing and growing. And then
Hmm.
if you saw me at the time that I went to the doctor, you would have thought I was happy to see you.
Oh,
That's how big it had gotten.
what? Oh,
So once that happened, That's why I went to the doc.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Because like I said, it
Yes,
started out as a
totally
hair.
understandable. Whoa.
That's how small it was.
Oh, wow. And then it just grew. Oh,
And then
yeah.
the crazy part about it is, after my first round of chemo, it started shrinking.
Okay.
Yep,
So
that's
so so right. So the treatment worked.
most definitely.
Yeah.
And even with the treatment, I did radiation. So let me tell you this: I did the chemo
Mm-hmm.
from June to September, half of September, the remainder of September, all of October, and then I went into the hospital, and I was in the hospital for a month. So I was in the hospital from November 2nd to December 1st of 2018.
Mm.
And that's when I went and did what they call a super chemo. So
Okay.
it's like, so at this point, they had, like I said, I have two scars. I have a scar for my port, and then I had a scar where they put some tubes in my neck that went
Oh,
down directly into my heart. So I had like tubes hanging out of my neck. Like I would
mm,
walk around like that.
mm,
And
mm.
that's when I had the super. So the super chemo what it does is it wipes out of your whole immune system. Like I had a brand new immune system, like I was a newborn baby.
Mm.
So they did that because it kills your good cells and your bad cells, which is why I stayed in the hospital so long.
Mm. Yeah, because
So
it's like
I was wearing COVID masks
double-edged
before
sword.
COVID.
Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword. Yeah.
So like like I said, I was wearing COVID masks before
Right.
COVID.
Right.
You know, but then December I healed up. January I powered back up. February it was Mardi Gras season, so I was outside. But in that I had radiation.
Mm.
Now the thing about what was scary about radiation, I get claustrophobic.
Right.
So
Right.
they had to send me through like a little machine or whatever every time I went through radiation. I tried to record that, but I got caught, so they stopped me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that was cool too. You know what I'm saying? Radiation make you use the bathroom. I'm gonna tell you that now. And I ain't talking about the front part.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about because my uncle who got rest his soul, I think he told me about that experience too, where you have the trots. Yeah.
Radiation gonna make you shit.
Yeah.
Serious.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He did share that with me years ago. Yes.
Like there was a point where as fast as I was eating, it was going through my
It was
body
going
just
out.
that
It was
fast. Yeah. So
wow.
it was like I had nothing in my body and I would eat and it would just fall out.
It just float right out. Ugh.
So you needed to stay. So if I wanted to go outside, I couldn't eat.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
So
have to kind of you had to stay indoors. You kind of had to stay. Yeah.
yeah. But I didn't
Yeah.
stay indoors. I
Yeah.
just didn't eat.
Right. But you didn't eat. So you went through that, and so when was the moment when um became free of it?
Well, I was free of it before I even took radiation. I was free of it before the year ended.
Oh,
I
okay.
was free of it in September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they just did different procedures and precautions to make sure it doesn't come
Makes
back.
it make the companies come back.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations for beating it. Congratulations, and thank you so much for sharing that. Because, like I said, it's good to have a male's perspective on, the cancer journey and F cancer, by the way. But yeah, but I'm really,
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate you sharing that, Rico. I really
So
do.
I'm gonna tell you this. My reason for sharing it is because when I was doing my research on it, I didn't get no answers.
Mm,
So I wanted to provide those answers for somebody who might
yes,
be in the same boat that
got to
I'm in.
fill in the blanks. What? Oh, look. But by the way, Rico, what type of support system did you get? Because I know you said it took you a while to share it with your family. So, how was your support system?
So my mom is
Mm-hmm.
overly dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
If I was when I told her, she thought it was the end of the world. She thought, oh my God, my baby. I'm like, Mom, I'm a grown ass man. But
That
You
yeah,
know,
you're still her baby.
yeah, but my support system was definitely amazing. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. It's just that sometimes, you have to and to be honest with you, going through cancer probably was was one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Okay,
Because
why?
I've 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 become a different person, to be honest with you. I'll go so I'll say this. Before I wasn't appreciated. I was an extrovert, 100%.
Right,
Now I'm a mixture of an extrovert and an introvert
right. Mm-hmm.
because I spent so much time by myself.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I love being alone. That's kind of like why I'm still single to an extent. Because,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I can be bothered with you.
Preach it to the choir.
I can be bothered with you right now. And then the next hour, I don't want to be
You
bothered
still
with
here?
you.
Yeah, like you still here? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, that's
So,
what it is, Rico. Oh, okay. I thought it was just me.
nah. Like, and to be another thing, like people thought I had girlfriends and stuff because I talk to you all day while I'm at work. But then when I get my alone time,
That's it. It's
man, I don't want to hear nothing.
right. No noise. No more noise.
I don't want to hear nothing. You know
Right.
what I mean?
I totally get it. I totally get it, Rico. But let me ask you, so when was the birth of the in case you didn't know podcast? How did
So
that come up?
now I will say I don't know how much time we have, but uh
Whatever time you want.
so in case you didn't know, podcast came out about in 2023 December. However, I didn't air until 2024.
Okay, pause. Okay, because I wanted to ask you also, because you said you relocated to Atlanta in 2021. So can we get back to that? Why did you relocate? I know you it was acting. I know part of it was acting, but is that the only reason why you
That was the well,
oh really?
that was 75% of the reason.
Okay.
So like this ties into the cancer.
Okay.
So once I came out, it was 2018. I would say 2019. I'm single. I got a new leash on life. I felt like, okay, so look, you didn't beat this. You didn't. God don't play about you.
That's right.
You're here for a reason. So now you have to stop living for everybody else and put yourself first. So, like I said, I was working for Coca-Cola, which I still work for Coca-Cola to this day.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Nice.
I've been at Coke for 9 years. So, uh, but like I said, when me coming on the other side of this victorious, I saved up my money for like 2 years. And well, I'm gonna say this. I was saving up money to move to Atlanta to begin with before the
Right.
cancer. The cancer is what slowed is
Right. It was a holdback. It was a put yes, it was
that
setback.
stopped the
Mhm.
process from the
Yeah.
beginning. Because
Right.
I was a little weary about moving. I've never lived outside of Louisiana. I never lived outside of Louisiana before. So fat hit the cancer. So when I did that, I was like, okay, now you gotta make a decision. So I'm like, I'm gonna save up some money. So I saved up money from 19 to 21.
Mm-hmm.
But it was supposed to be before then, but I'll go ahead on and this is might be something that's someone that you're familiar with. So when 2018 is when I did my very first movie. It was a childhood friend of mine that he was the producer of this movie. He put me in it. And then I had the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came out with the cancer, I'm like, man, I got to get back at it. I reached out to Silk White.
Ah.
Shout out to Silk White.
Yes, shout out to So Quiet. Yes.
I reached out to Silk White on Instagram.
Okay.
And how I even came across Silk White, I was watching a movie on Tubi I was on Instagram, and the
Mm.
young lady by the name of Diamond, who was cool with Silk, she was in a movie that Silk had done. Now, what Silk used to do back in the day was in the credits, he will put your name and your social media.
Yes, yes.
So I found Silk from Diamond, and then I reached out to Silk because at this point, like I said, I was trying to move to Atlanta.
Mm.
So I came to Atlanta once a weekend, one weekend out a month for a year before I moved.
Mm.
But in that process, I found out about Silk. I reached out to him. I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm Rico from New Orleans. I'm a new actor, and it's come to my attention that you are a director, producer, or whatever. And I wanted to just introduce myself and see if it's possible for me to work with you." And I sent them my headshots and stuff like that.
Okay.
So being the guy that Silk is, he reached back out.
Yes.
Hey, man, listen, I appreciate you reaching out for me. I don't have anything right now, but I'll keep you in mind.
Okay.
And I also, like I said, I also mentioned to him that I live in New Orleans, but I'm frequent in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, man, hey, I told him time I was coming. I was like, hey, so I didn't even know he didn't live here. So I hit him up. I was like, hey, man, I'll be in Atlanta, XYZ, Elemental P. And he was like, cool, I'll be there around the same time. We'll link up. I'm like,
Okay.
cool. So when
Okay.
I got here, I called him. Well, I'm not gonna say I called him. I sent him a message or whatever, told him I was here. He was like, all right, man, I'll be down there around such and such time. We'll link up. He never called. And then he never hit me. So now I'm back in New Orleans. I get this message, yo, bro, what's up, man? I got something for you. I was like, man, I'm back in New Orleans. He was like, oh, damn, man, I had something, perfect for you or whatever. Um, but don't worry about it. I say, nah, no, you ain't gonna say that.
Right, right. Let me
I
let me
say,
um let me make some things happen.
listen, I say, when I told you that I'm down to work with you, I knew what sacrifices I'm gonna have to make. When you need me there, say send me the dates and I'm gonna make something happen. He sent them to me. I booked the flight. I said done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I came back out here, and it was learning the hard way too.
Okay, learn the hard way. Okay.
I'm the hood doctor that took the bullet out of her shoulder when she was laying on the top of the.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Visual. Okay, got it.
So with
Wow.
when we did that, I met some amazing people. Stacy, I met Derek Lately, Wally J, of course, Silk, his brother. Um, dang, I'm listen. If you ever see this, please don't.
No, we get it. We get it. They'll understand. They'll understand.
But listen, but just to say that those people had made an impact on me.
Absolutely.
So Derek Lately and Wally J, even Stacy, but I have more of a relationship with Derek J. I'm gonna say Derek Lately and Wally J, and I'm like those dudes gave me so much information in just that one weekend, to where I was like, you know what, this is where I need to be at. You know what I mean?
Right.
They were so forthcoming with the information. I need to be here. So that I give credit to them on why I moved to Atlanta. That's
Got
my
it.
dogs, both of them. You know what I'm saying? Even Silk and Stacy and all of those people. You know, so that was like early 2021,
Got it.
and by May I was living in Atlanta.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, you still got some of your accent, but how did you did you have a strong accent before? Because I've been trying to listen out because I love me a good New Orleans accent. I love me a good accent.
So
So
I don't think I've ever had like a real. You might hear my accent if I'm talking to
yes.
like my homeboys or something like that, but because of my grandmother, she was really big on etiquette. So
Okay.
growing up, I never really I got away with saying, "Oh, I got it." She'll be like, "What?" I'm like, "I got it." She gonna be like, "What?" "Oh, my bad, I have it." So that kind of like
Okay.
raised a a part in how I articulate
Yes,
certain words or whatever.
got
Like
it.
if I'm talking to my dogs, oh, you gonna hear it. I'm like, man, down, you know what I mean? You dig? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I love that story, by the way. Thank you for sharing that journey and welcome to Atlanta. I've been here for 8 years now. So yeah, I'm from New York originally.
Oh, I can tell you from New
Yeah,
York.
I figured you could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so welcome. I mean, we gotta meet up somehow. We gotta, kind of
Most
do some
definitely.
things. I'm trying to get in the loop, Rico. I'm trying to get in the loop too. I already told Silk White and Nelson Davis that I do some production assistant work. I have a little background in that, behind the scenes stuff. So, I'm trying to get in the loop too.
Oh
you
man,
know?
shout out to Nelson, man.
Yeah.
He and Stacy have a movie coming out, Major Heist.
Major High. It's summer. It's coming out
I'm
the
not
summer.
sure exactly when it come out, but I'm in it.
Yeah. Okay. Look out, Major Heist.
Yeah,
Look out for that, and hopefully, we'll be able to, when it comes to the press tour and promoting that movie, please make sure you keep me in mind
yeah,
to promote it. You
yeah.
know, we can have everyone on the panel, you, Nelson, and who's directing that?
Nelson directed it.
Oh, he did. Oh, he does. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully we could kind of, like I said, come together when that time comes. We can promote that. So hopefully we can make that
I don't
happen.
want to. I don't want to like show up my girl Stacy, but I'm not sure if she directed. But I just feel like it's their movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's both of them as a collective. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, so
But
hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can all get together, like I said, on the platform and promote that. So I will look forward to doing that.
yeah. So I mean, and I don't want to get away from what I was saying. So like I said, I got here from in 2021. I actually worked on Transporter with Silk as well.
I remember that movie too. Yes.
So I'm the one in the back seat when I told her your car smell like feet. And I was smoking the Black and Mild in the back seat of the car.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I remember that. I remember watching that movie. And I know Silk White made it a cameo on there as well. So yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that one.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
but so that was, I think that was in 2021, and then I started just networking. I was a regular on Country Wayne for a while.
Were you
Yeah,
really?
I was on D from the West Side storyline.
Oh, and you was one of his boys. Cause I'm trying to remember. Cause I'll be honest with you. I don't really follow D's storyline that much, like that. So you
So
was one of.
I was black. I'm black on D storyline. I'm the one that actually sent him to jail. I put drugs in the honey pot and the stuff like that.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
now I said I got to go back and binge
So I
watch.
kind of like was quote unquote the Judas that the priest was
Ah.
warning him about in his circle.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, I got to go back because, like I said, I haven't really watched that particular. Because I'm like my storyline. I'm more into like the Amber and Anthony Shayla
Yeah.
stuff, and
You
you
on that
know.
11-11. We was on the gangster side.
I know. Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, I watched a few of the episodes and like with J Mo and Trey and Ernest. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now I got to go back and watch those episodes.
And also, like I said, the guy I mentioned earlier, Wally J, that's D from the West Side right hand.
Oh, Wally. That name sounds familiar. That you say Wally. Yeah. Now I
Yeah.
remember. I remember Wally on the skits. I remember.
And so all of these guys are my peers. We all took acting lessons together.
That's crazy.
With Believe in Studio, shout out to Bruce Blackshear. He's our acting coach.
Okay. Okay.
You know, so my guy D, Damien,
Damien. Yes.
Damien, Gallo, something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah. 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 Something like that.
Wally J, Mike Bless, all of those people. You know what I mean? Those are my
Yeah.
guys.
Mike. Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Country Wayne too for even
Yes.
allowing us to, or creating a platform for us to display our talent.
Absolutely.
But so yeah, that was in 2023 when I was on 2022 when I was on Country Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, and I worked with King J Boy. He from Memphis. He had you're familiar with King J Boy?
Like tell me what he's done.
He's so he has a couple of movies that's been produced by Maverick. That's on, well, not
Now,
produced, published
right.
by
Published,
Maverick
right.
on Tubi. Um,
Because you know what, Rico, is a lot of, because you know I'm a Tubi fan. There's a lot of so many Tubi movies that I watch, but I probably won't remember the names or of the
okay,
titles of the movies. You
yeah,
know, so I have to kind of watch and kind of like get the premise of the movie and whatever that was done. But I'm be honest with you, like I watched so many of them, but I don't always remember the names of the movies or the names of the
okay,
directors.
it's all good. But what movie was this? Dues Paid.
What is it called?
Dues Paid. Like I'm paying my dues.
Oh, dues paid. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that don't sound familiar to me. But like I said, I might have watched it, but I just that name don't sound familiar to me.
yeah.
The
So
title.
that's I did that out here in Atlanta with him. You know, so that came out, I want to say, in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. It
Okay.
might, but yeah, and we also shot something mid-season of last year. It hasn't come out yet still, because they have a lot of things that's in rotation, and you might film something today, but it might fall in the rotation as number three to debut. You know what I mean? Because you
Right,
probably have
right.
completed projects that have already been shot, but you still, that's just how you keep things rolling out, you know.
True, true.
But so I started I was in a musical. I'm in a musical. I'm not gonna say I was. I'm in a musical that's recurring. So it's been going on for a couple of years now, and it's called Rooted. And it's
Rooted.
pretty much about a young teenage high school graduate who wants to be an influencer, and he falls asleep and he get a reality check in his dream from his ancestors that he can make a change in the world if
Mm.
and he comes from a long line of lawyers. Like his dad's a lawyer, his uncle's a lawyer, his grandfather's a lawyer, and he's next up to carry on the legacy. But he wanted to be an influencer. So when he fall asleep, he's visited by his ancestors, and they opened his mind up to letting him know that he can actually become a part of a change if he just stay the course.
Oh, okay. I
Now
like that concept.
that's gonna be we're gonna do that musical in February 28th, but I've done it like 3 times already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's I like that concept. That's
Yeah,
interesting. That's
and
very interesting.
I'll send you like the information on that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But again, like one of the names that I spoke about earlier, Derek Lately. I got into that musical because of Derek Lately.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
This
also because of Derek Lately, I've gotten to being a fashion model.
okay.
So I think I
All
got
right.
like maybe 4 fashion shows under my belt now.
Oh, wait, which ones?
These are pretty much like design. I don't know the name of the shows, but they're more so like designers that are up and coming.
Yes. Okay.
You know, so I did 3 fashion shows here in Atlanta, and the last fashion show I did was in September of last year, and that was in San Antonio.
Mm. Yeah. No, I'm
So
sorry. I was like, something
no,
fell on me.
you
Yeah,
good?
yeah, yeah. But I thank you for letting me know because now I gotta go back and watch some of these shows and some of these movies that you've been in, so I can be like, oh, okay, there he is. Yeah. So yeah, that's I'm really appreciate you sharing that journey. But let me go. Can we get more into like the concept of your podcast?
Okay,
In case you didn't know.
yeah. So after the Country Wayne stint that I had, my character
Mm-hmm.
was exiled, killed, whatever you want to call it. His time was up.
This time was up. Yeah.
So now I'm, trying to focus more on the musical that I'm in.
Okay.
So we had like a Christmas party at the musical, and I met this guy who was a fan of me because he'd seen me on Country Wayne. He's a part of an organization. Do you know what a Rice Building is? It's the Russell Innovative for Creative Owners or something like that. Entrepreneurs. It's like 2 blocks. It's a few blocks away from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So that's that's not too far from me. Okay.
So he is a part of that organization in that building. Like they have like a coalition in that building, and he invited me to come and tour the building. And you can also become a part of the things that they have going on. Like, but you do have to pay like a monthly
Membership.
whatever,
Membership.
a membership fee.
Hmm.
But when I went to that to do the tour was free on the strength of him, and it give you the history because the guy Russell, I can't think of his last name, but he's like the black architect of Atlanta. He built his family built. Oh, he was a plasterer, and they so he got like his own building and everything. And as I'm doing a tour, show me a podcast room.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Okay.
I always wanted to do a podcast, bro. Have my own podcast. Luckily, the engineer for the podcast was there. We talked. He put me on the spot. He said,
All
"You want?"
right.
He was like, "You want to do a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Um, go in there now."
So you just always at the right place at the right time, huh?
So I went in there, and then they had another guy with me. We sat down. He said, "Go, man. What's going on, man? It's your boy Rico. You know what I mean? And you are tuned into, in case you didn't know, podcast, and it just like that."
Just like that. And so, what is some of the content that you
So,
speak?
in case you didn't know, is like, say for instance, like you don't know the people I know.
Right.
Just like you didn't know the movies that I was in.
Right.
So just in
Right.
case you didn't know, I'm about to let you
Right. As
know.
you know, like if you don't know now, you know.
And that's
Uh,
exactly. So I said,
yeah.
I'm about to bring you some information that maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But after you hear this, you gonna know.
You gonna know. Okay.
So that's how, in case you didn't know, came about.
Clever.
And so to touch on what the content was about, it was more so to shine light on people who don't have the light shined on them.
Right.
So like all of my friends who are doing dope things,
Yes.
that I wanted to put them in front of everybody.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I might know a group of people that don't know you. So we gonna tell and it was just more so like actors and rappers and singers and just creatives. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's why it was called In Case. So in case you didn't know, I got a homeboy who
Yes.
in
Yeah.
case you didn't know, this person is in this movie. In case you didn't know, this movie is coming out.
Like. Okay. I like
So,
that. I like
but
that.
uh that was in 2024 when I launched it, because I recorded everything in 2023.
Got
But
it.
after getting all the edits and everything, I had like 6 episodes in the chamber, and
Okay.
all I had to do was release them.
Right.
But moving forward that year, I didn't have any more money to dedicate to my podcast,
Mm.
because if you all look at it, the beginning episodes I'm in the studio, but the last, so I'm gonna just say I was about to skip over, but the why I stopped was I bought a house. So all of the play money that I had to go to into the podcast,
It went to your home.
it went
Yeah.
into my house. So from that period all the way up until you see the last episode, that the newest episode that's on YouTube right now, I've been trying to figure out what the hell I was gonna do at the least cost, the cost my pockets,
Right.
you know. So when my homeboy hit me, I had been doing so much research trying to figure out cameras and microphones and what you call it, I don't know, but just to add like sound effects and everything. And I'm just trying to. I'm like, man, this shit's gonna be expensive. Alone, just you're gonna be spending like 15 to 2 grand on cameras because you're trying to get 3 cameras and stuff
Right. Like
like.
different angles. Hmm.
Yeah. So my homeboy that's on my latest podcast, he called me and gave me some information, which he told me that he had signed to Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I'm like, damn, that's dope. We talked for a little while. I went to sleep and woke up with the idea.
Okay.
So I'm like, uh, have you told anybody yet? He like, nah, I just told the people that's closest to me. I ain't never tell it to the world. I'm like, I said, you ain't posted on Instagram or Facebook or nothing. He was like, nah. I said, look, I got this idea. How about you be the first guest back on my podcast? He was like, bet, say less. And in 24 hours, I had to learn how I was gonna shoot that podcast.
But you did
So,
it.
yep. And then that's
Yeah.
how, that's how it happened.
All right.
And
And
now,
there's in
like,
case you didn't know.
yeah, so and then here's another thing though. I'm actually trying to I'm in the process of rebranding.
Okay.
Because if you look at it, it's still, in case you didn't know, podcast, but the segment is called Fan of My Peers.
Oh. Oh, I like that title.
So eventually, in case you didn't know, it's gonna fade and it's just gonna be called Fan of My Peers.
Uh,
Because I'm a fan of all of my peers. There's no hating, I'm not in competition. Iron
right.
sharpens iron.
Right.
So
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
so even if we going up for the same role, I'm rooting for you.
You're right. Yeah. You want to. All of us gonna win. Yeah. All of us gonna win.
So
Yeah.
and I always tell people, I say, listen, if I can be a fan of somebody who I've never met in my life, why can't I be a fan of my friend who I've been knowing all my life? Or why can't I be knowing a fan of my friend who I'm around consistently, who's uplifting me? So with
Absolutely.
me being your fan, the reason I'm your fan is because you making me better. Because you
Mm-hmm.
killing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want you
Mm-hmm.
to kill it by yourself. I want you to keep killing it, but I want us to kill it together.
Yes.
And I always tell people, I'm gonna see you at the top because the bottom too crowded.
Yes. It's lonely at the top. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that perspective. I appreciate that. So what's next? Whatever you could discuss. What is coming up for you next? What's up for you next?
So I have the one project that I'm gonna say one episode. I'm gonna keep saying project episode. But the next interview that I have locked in is going to be February 20th, and that's with a childhood friend of mine. He's pretty much younger than me. When I was a senior in high school, he was like in the 8th grade, but
Okay.
he's a singer. He's a grown ass man. Nah, my dog Rance Davis. He's a he's a singer from New Orleans. He got some buzz with him from back in the day, but I can't speak on what happened, what made him take a step back or whatever. But he's coming back and he's stepping back into the light. So that's one that I have that's in stone on the calendar. Now we have another mutual acquaintance friend, what you want to call it, and that's Michael James.
Mhm.
Michael James is my next show that I'm trying to get done within the next couple of days or whatever. So he's gonna be probably the next person that I air my show with. And then
Okay.
I have a couple of people that's lined up, but we still like this past weekend I was a little bit under the weather, so I couldn't really tap in with people like I wanted to. And everybody know that it was freezing and shit like that. But
Right, right.
I still have people that are lined up. We just haven't gotten them down and on book yet.
All right, but I mean, but it's make sure you
And
look out.
wait, hold on, push pause.
Oh,
And of course, I gotta have you on my show.
oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I'm not that interested, though, but thank you.
Nah, we gonna have to get you in there because I mean, just like I'm a fan of actors, singers, rappers, and stuff like that, I'm a fan of your podcast. So,
Oh, thank you.
and you
I
and my
appreciate
peers,
that.
we're in the
Yes,
same lane.
yes, we're same in the same exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And make sure you look out for it in case you didn't know. I'm gonna have all this information, all Rico's information in my description box. So make sure you look out for in case you didn't know podcasts and as well as all the movies and all the shows that he's in. Just make sure you look out for that as well. But I'm gonna have a little fun with you, Rico. So I want you to join me in a little game I call this or
This
that.
or that. I
Mhm.
seen it with Silk already, so I know.
Oh, all right. Well, let me get to it.
they come, yo. Here they come.
Yeah, so you know how this goes. You know, I'm going to be random stuff, and you're going to have one or the other. No, you can't plead the fifth. You can't say both. You know, I'm just going to just right off the top of my head. You know, if I could just figure it out, I'm just put it out there.
Let's
Uh,
do it.
All right. So guacamole or sour cream,
Guacamole.
onion rings or French fries.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I
But
know. Right? I
if I'm
know.
feeling a little spicy, I'm gonna go with onion rings.
You feel a little froggy. Okay. So, and I'm gonna really get this to you now. Silk White or Nelson J. Davis? Be honest.
Um, Silk Davis.
No, no, that was a good one though. That was a nice try.
Ah, man, listen, that's you. I can't allow you to play me against my guys like that.
Well, okay, it is what it is, but you got to pick one. And like I said, it's all on me, you guys. All on me. We
Hold
love
on,
them both. We love them both, but it's
give
all
me
on me.
give me
So
a second. I'm about to make this.
no, don't. What you doing?
I'm trying to find a quarter, a penny, or something. We gonna
Oh,
do heads or
oh, you
tails.
heads or tails? Oh Lord. Oh God.
All right, I'll give you this. Put your hands up and you tell me which one is. You don't tell me which one is silk, which one is, and I'm gonna just pick from there.
No, no, you pick. No, no, you. I know. Don't. No,
Listen,
no.
I can't do that to my dudes though, bro.
Well, you have to.
I just told you, Silk Davis.
No, this or that. Come on now, you got to play the game like everyone else.
Okay,
Come on.
I'm gonna say Silk because I've done more work with Silk than I did.
See, like I said, but shout out to Nelson J. Davis. He knows we fans of his, so no, it's no harm done.
Man, listen,
It's
I'm
just
gonna
a,
tell you, bro.
it's
That was
a,
hard,
I
dog.
know, I
That was
know,
hard.
I know it was. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, Toyota or Hyundai,
Toyota.
New Orleans or Atlanta.
New Orleans.
Oh, crawfish or oysters.
Crawfish.
Oh, you know what? Nay said the same thing. Yeah. And don't be, and like I said, I know you're gonna be biased, but croissants or beignets.
Bigger nuts.
I knew it. I said, let me just do it anyway.
Listen,
Okay.
wait, push pause for a second. Just a day or two ago, I said, as soon as I get home, I'm going to get me some bigger nuts.
A bigger, bigger nuts.
The reason why I call it bigger nuts is because that's how it's spelled.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna take you a little bit old school hip hop real quick. Big Daddy Kane or Rakim?
Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, you said that real quick. Okay.
Because I don't know nothing about Rakim. I just know he the man.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you don't know. Okay, so now let me do it. Let me do it like this now, since you said you're not. So I'm gonna try to get into something that you're more familiar with. All right. So I don't. Let me see. Let me see. Who you might be familiar with. Because I'm gonna take you back a little bit. I'm gonna take them back a little bit again. All right. Okay. God, I had it too. Oh, Salt and Pepper or Kid and Play?
Kid and Play.
Why? Because they men. Let me stop. I'm just
Yep.
messing with you. Really?
Yeah, because I can't really sing push it real good. No. See, that's a woman song.
I mean, come on now.
Ain't gonna hurt nobody. See?
Yeah, all right. Okay. All right. Stacey Adams or Cole Haan? Cole, is that how you pronounce it? Cole Haan? I think that's how you pronounce it.
You say
know
Stacey Adams or Kohans. You talking about the shoes.
Yeah.
Kohans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, right? Cole Haan? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Now, I'm gonna have a fun with this. Because I want to give you another hard one. I want to give it to you good. Okay. Um, Transporter or dues paid?
Dues paid.
Okay. And oh, another one. Um, I'm sure you're familiar with these actors too. Dewan Ford or Lamaster Spratling.
I have no idea who either one
You
of
don't
those.
really? Because they're really big Tubi actors. Oh, you okay? Let me give you another one. Let me see if you know you're familiar with them. Familiar with these. Um, Kamel Hassan or Kamal Smith. Do you know them? You familiar with them?
I know Kamal Smith, but I don't know the hot sign person.
Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, right. Okay, okay. Are you familiar with the straight from the A? Okay, is it straight from the A or straight from the D?
Straight from the A. I never
Okay.
watched Straight from the D.
You never watched it? God, you
And
know
see
what?
the reason why, and the
You
thing,
know
the
what?
reason why Straight from the A is more interesting is because I know the people that's in it.
Oh, okay, okay. But you gotta watch Straight from the D is good too.
I
So
mean,
just
I'm a fan of the most of the Detroit movies because I think they put some quality work out and they got some dope ass actors over there. But I'm a bias because these are,
yeah,
I
okay.
mean, they all my peers, but these people, I just told you, if I could be fan of people who I don't know, I gotta be fan of people I know.
Oh,
So
I know, I understand. But okay, let me see. I'm gonna take you back again. And I'm gonna see if you. I don't know if you're familiar with these songs. So, um, M- Milk is was it Milk is chilling by Audio 2 or Girls and Got Her Locked by Super Lover C and Casanova Royd. I'm gonna help you out. Audio 2, Milk is chilling, Giz is chilling. What more can I say? Top billing, that's what we get. We got it good. And since you understood, that's the Audio 2 one. Then Girls and Got a Lot, um, 1, 2, pump it up, a 1, 2, 1, 2, pump it up, a 1, 2. Like, girls, I got a lot, pump it up.
let
You
me tell
know.
you something. I've never heard neither one of those songs.
Oh God, we go.
You gotta understand. Listen to first of all, let me
Okay,
explain this to you. Hold on, before you go any further, let me explain this to you. I'm from New Orleans. So therefore, we listen to our own music before we listen to
So,
anything.
okay, all right. So let me give you this one. Okay, Master P or Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
All
That's like
right,
you can't even put those two against each other.
all right. I mean, but no, I did it. Yeah, but no, but thank you for being a good sport about it. Because
Yeah,
we just have different tastes in certain things. Like I said, it's just coming off the top of my head. So yeah,
understood. I mean, to be honest with you, this shit fun. I fuck with it.
it was fun. Oh, good. I'm glad you thought it was fun. Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so here's the thing. This is these last two questions before we wrap up. These are the questions I love to ask and I love to get the responses to them. So now, if you had the opportunity to have five people at the senior table, dead or alive, who would they be? And I got to have the why for each person, dead or alive.
Um, my best friend who died when we was 12.
Uh, and I mean, I might understand the why, but I need to get the why from you too.
I mean, just because, and to be honest with you, most of my answers are going to be because I get to talk to him. Because that might, if you give me that opportunity, that will be my last time to talk to them, and I can say some things that I may have never gotten to say to them. I want them to see how far I have made it in life,
Okay.
and the reason why is because we feel like our ancestors or people, our loved ones, they see us, but me knowing that they see me is confirmation that I know they know. So that's just my why all around the board for every one of them. But it will be my best friend, both of my grandparents. Uh,
Okay, but okay, so that one, so your grandmother and grandfather, so that's two and three.
yeah.
Mhm. Okay,
Um, shit, I don't know. 3 and 4, my twins.
oh, mm. Yeah, I would love for you to see your twins too. Yeah, so that's your friend, your best friend, grandmother, grandfather, twins. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And now, who would get the big piece of chicken and why?
Who bought it?
What?
Who bought the chicken?
You got this as your table.
Oh, I bought the chicken. I'm getting a big piece of chicken.
He said, "Who bought?" That's my first time hearing that. All right. No, I say much respect here. You know, this is your table.
If
Yeah.
I brought the chicken, I'm getting a big piece of chicken.
Get a big piece of chicken. Duly noted. All right. So now this question here, I take from the late James Lipton from Inside the Actor Studio. So, Just Rico, when you enter into the pearly gates, what would you want God to say?
He proud of me.
And we are too. Yeah. But I, Miko, I mean, this has been 2 hours of very, very wonderful dialogue. I appreciate the time that you took to be here with me. I really enjoy, just hearing your journeys, from your cancer journey to, your education experience as well as your acting background. And so I'm going to make sure that I catch up on that. I got to be brought up to speed on your acting journey and as well as your podcast. And good luck with the acceleration of that as well. So I really, really appreciate the time that you took to be here, and I hope this will be the last time.
It won't.
All right.
We locked in now. You can't get
All
rid of
right. That's it. That's it. So yeah. So let me know. Like I said, keep in mind for any promotion projects that we can promote. And like I said, I'm gonna keep you in mind as well because I'm still trying to get some panels together. Whenever I decide to have some concept of topics to discuss, I'm gonna definitely keep you in mind for that.
Most
You know,
definitely. Not talking my
yeah.
shit. That's live to you.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said that's why I want to make sure that when I put together these panels, I want to make sure that I have the right group of people for that, for that particular. Yeah, I
Most
definitely want to
definitely.
do that. But
I
ladies,
enjoyed this though, for real.
yes, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Just Rico, host of In Case You Didn't Know podcast. Thank you
Indeed.
so much for being in the building. Nighty night, Rico.
You have a good one.
You
See y'all on
too.
the side.
So there was Just Rico, host of the In Case You Didn't Know podcast. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you check out all his other projects. I'm gonna make sure that I have all this information in the description box. I really do appreciate him. When I have these guests on, I just absorb so much from them. So I do appreciate him coming on and just sharing just the process of recovering, just the recovering process, the healing process from loss to illness to just being able to just grow as an individual, being able to grow as an adult and grow in his profession. So I really appreciate him having him here, and I hope that I'll be able to come to you again. I don't have any interviews booked yet, but they'll be coming soon. Don't worry. I'm on that. So in the meantime, you're still gonna see me. I'm gonna still have my content out there, whether I'm taking my walks or whether I'm doing a reaction video or I'm just talking to be talking. And you better listen to what I have to say. Okay. So thank you so much again. And I want you to do like my man Calvin Michaels would say. Let me
Like,
do that.
share, and subscribe. Yeah, you gotta like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, I like that.
You like the
Yes,
content,
yes,
share,
I
and
like that.
subscribe. Oh,
Yes.
you got to like, share, and subscribe.
Have a good one.